Okay, it's Daniel. It's Daniel. Thank you for joining our earnings call. This meeting will begin about 3 minutes later. Thank you for your patience. Thank you. Thank you for joining our second quarter earnings call. And this meeting will be hosted by me and our CEO, Johnny Shen. Next page. Next page. Okay, as usual, this is the safe harbor disclaimer. Anything related to the forward-looking is just our subjective view. Okay, this meeting will be in English. If you need Chinese presentation slides, please go to the MOPs 公开资讯观测站 to download the Chinese version. And participants, you can write down your question through the team application. And during the Q&A session, you can use the raise hand function, and we will call your name and unmute your microphone for the question. And this video and the audio content of the meeting will upload to, again, MOPS, Market Observation Post System, about 1 to 2 hours after the meeting. And I would say this meeting will kick off right now, starting from our CEO.
All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Johnny Shen, Chairman and CEO of Alchip Technologies. Thanks for joining our investor conference meeting. Yeah, we appreciate the opportunity to share our Q2 result and provide the guidance for future business outlook. So let me skip this company page. I decide to do this maybe just once a year, unless it's a big change. All right. Let me do Q2 summary. So our Q2 financial result came in slightly below our plan. Primarily is due to the delay of N3 tape out from June to July. As a result, our revenue reached 297 million. Net income was 43 million, and EPS is 16.4 New Taiwan dollar. A detailed breakdown and analysis will be provided by Daniel in a later section. There are a few highlights for last quarter. We made a significant progress on our most important account. The top die design was taped out in February, was successfully proven, and is on track for volume production starting from Q1 next year. Building this success demonstrates our proven design quality, strong schedule control, and effective cost saving. We have already started next generation design activities. Auto business update. The prototyping and evaluation for our ADAS production chip has been completed successfully. Our end customer is highly satisfied with our result and already placed substantial wafer orders. The chip remains on schedule for production and is expected to rank one of our top 3 revenue generator starting from next year. Meanwhile, the next generation design is also kick off. Gross margin. Unfortunately, our Q2 gross margin decreased a bit due to the NRE slip. But for this year, we still have a good confidence to achieve notable percentage point increase compared to last year. There was mainly driving by favorable NRE mix and improved mass production margins. The last one, ecosystem. Starting from N2 and beyond, HPC design capacity increased significantly. Unlike most of our competitors who adopt captive model and demand higher margin, Alchip is promoting an open ecosystem approach, inviting broad range of partners to build comprehensive and efficient solution while maintaining the lower margins. Our ecosystem has recently expanded substantially with more partners eager to collaborate. In coming months, we anticipate issue more press release and potentially announce investment activity as we further strengthen this model. Future business outlook. As we mentioned on the previous earnings calls, our major mass production line is currently in transition phase. N7 design is approaching EOL, while the next generation is scheduled to ramp up starting from 2026. With N3 production come online and next generation design win secure, we anticipate strong and sustained outlook for this key account through 2029. As for other potential businesses, we continue to see strong demand for HPC and AI-related business opportunity in North American region, leveraging the advanced technology like N3 and N2. We have already secured several design and remain confidence in setting a record for NRE revenue this year. Beyond HPC segment, mass production for new gaming and smart speaker application has also begun to ramp up. Geopolitical risk management, we continuously to diversify our business beyond China into other regions. In Q2, only about 7% of revenue are originated from China. In terms of workforce, we have launched an aggressive hiring plan, strengthen our engineer support outside of China, including Japan, Taiwan, Malaysia, and Vietnam. Our Japan office can accommodate up to 200 employees now, and our Malaysia and Vietnam office now has over 60 engineers combined. We plan to grow our Southeast Asia workforce to 120 people by the end of this year. As for conclusion, we anticipate relatively flat revenue quarter-over-quarter till the end of this year. However, our percentage gross margin is expected to improve, driven by increased customers recognition, higher contribution from NRE revenue, and continued pricing support from key supplier. Despite the revenue decline, our earning number remain competitive with last year's result. Looking ahead, we remain highly optimistic for AI market. From 2026 to 2029, we expect our growth to be in line with other leading industry supplier, partner, and competitors. We are confident to outperform average market CAGR in high-growth HPC applications. Thank you very much.
Okay, as for the second quarter numbers, we already announced the monthly revenue in the 3 months in second quarter. So I'll do a summary here. The total revenue for the second quarter is $297.4 million, which is a 6.7% quote-unquote decline and a 29.4% year-on-year decline. As for the operating income, for the second quarter this year, we recorded $37.6 million operating income, which is a 17.3% quote-unquote decline and a 26.6% year-on-year decline. However, because of the higher non-operating income and relatively a little bit lower tax ratio, the net income in the second quarter is $42.9 million compared to last quarter and last year, which is a 3.3% quote-unquote decline and a 12.8% year-on-year decline. This net income of $42.9 million translated into EPS of 16.4. The reason of this lower EPS is partly because of the FX change, the strong NT dollar against the US dollar. Next page. And for our application breakdown in the second quarter, you can see the HPC remains the top contributor to our overall sales. 82% of our revenue contributed by the HPC related applications, mainly the AI. And you can notice that 14% of the revenue in the second quarter came from the consumer part. This one refers mainly to the revenue from our gaming related application. Next page. For the process node breakdown, we are still proud of we are the I would say the technology leader in terms of the process node technology in this industry. In the second quarter, we have 81% revenue came from 7 and the 5 nanometer, and the 5% came from 3 nanometer and the 2 nanometer, which means 86% from 7 nanometer or more advanced process node. And we see the trend to continue, and we see the revenue contribution from 3 nanometer and the 2 nanometer to increase sequentially in the following quarters, especially in 2026. And for the breakdown by region, as our CEO mentioned, we try our best to manage the geopolitical risk. So you can see right now, currently, we have 79% revenue came from North American region in the second quarter. And the revenue from Asia Pacific, more specifically from China, has been lowered to single digit in the second quarter this year. And for the second quarter business review, mostly covered by our CEO, I would say, first of all, the revenue decline in the second quarter. The main reason is the 7 nanometer accelerator shipment ended actually in the first half this year. Starting from the second half, we may not have too much revenue from this project. Secondly, the current major revenue contributor, the 5 nanometer AI accelerator to the North American IDM customer, does not show up some strengths to the supplier. I guess many people understand what is the situation. So in combination, we have to say that for this year, from second quarter to fourth quarter, the revenue performance could be, I would say, lackluster compared to what we performed last year. However, for the profit, we manage our profit, I would say, to a certain level. The second quarter 25 gross margin, this was actually lower than our expectation. The reason is because, as Johnny mentioned, a major 3 nanometer tape-out milestone slipped from late second quarter to early third quarter, so which create quite significant difference for the NRE revenue in the second quarter. And for the overall growth, operating margin, operating income, or the net income, as I mentioned, we consider we manage it in a certain level to compare to the revenue decline. First of all, the lower operating expense due mainly to the expense control, coupled with some effect from the lowering ESOP related expenses. And another reason is the higher non-operating income, which was due mainly to the interest income. Okay, for the outlook in the second half this year, we see NRE revenue to post a meaningful growth. I think that there are many reasons. First of all, the most important 3 nanometer accelerator project, we tape out that in early third quarter. Secondly, we expect multiple other 3 nanometer projects to tape out in the second half this year. And we still viewing that the process node migration from 5 nanometer to 3 nanometer will be the main reason behind our NRE growth. And in addition to the revenue side, we also expect meaningful gross margin improvement in the second half this year. And we also expect we will have 2 nanometer AI related NRE to kick in second half this year. And for overall revenue, we expect the 5 nanometer AI chip shipment to North American IDM customer to tapering out in the second half this year. And for the NRE, the overall NRE pipeline remains very promising. We have multiple very good projects related to the AI or HPC applications coming in from North American region. And we also expect the ADAS and the crypto related production to kick in late second half this year, which could be meaningful contributions to our revenue starting from late 2025. And I guess this concludes our second half operation outlook, and we will go into the Q&A session. Thank you. So if you have a question, please raise your hand. Goku, please.
Yeah, hi. Thanks, Daniel. Thank you very much for your remarks, and thanks, Johnny, as well. The first question on the N3 major project. Congratulations on finally achieving the tape out. Could you talk a little bit about your supply situation now that a first cut kind of numbers are probably already available for you in terms of both front end and back end wafers? Any changes to the size of the project also compared to your expectations maybe 2 to 3 months back? And lastly, if we look at this customer, they seem to be having some changes in how they procure wafers. At least in this 5 nanometer generation, they seem to be procuring quite a bit of wafers directly from TSMC. Do you think that this practice continues in 3 nanometer, or you think we will go back to the 7 nanometer procurement process where they procure more completely through you? Yeah, anyway, that's my first question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Goku. And I guess you all noticed that, first of all, we said our 3 nanometer project came out in February this year. And we also mentioned that there is a very important 3 nanometer project tape out in early July. I would say, although there are multiple tape outs, but the production schedule remains unchanged. We keep on guiding that for the chip, the production revenue will likely kick in late first quarter next year. The schedule remains intact. We will have the 3 nanometer AI-related revenue, production revenue to kick in on schedule. And as for the working model, we are still working with our customers for finalizing the model, the business model, the cooperation model. But no matter how, we do see really significant shipment or revenue growth from these 3 nanometer AI project.
Yeah, I think Daniel covered it very well. Different company, different supplier has a different expectation. Yeah, like our competitor, maybe they are focused on the gross margin a lot. So that's why the model change a bit. For us, yeah, as long as we can maintain, we can have some increase on the margin side. I think we'll be more open for the revenue side. So I think different, just like Daniel mentioned, we are working with the customer very closely, try to meet both parties' requirement. Yeah, but as a result, I think we all have a consensus, and starting from next year, we will show a very reasonable of the growing, yeah, for this account. I think from next year and beyond.
Thanks, Johnny. Just to clarify on this one, so do you feel that margins, turnkey margins, will be declining over a period of time for this project, or you think that we can still earn the turnkey margins that we were used to earning for this project in 7 nanometers?
I would say this way, because this year we do have higher gross margin production revenue as the major contributor. So if you compare the blended gross margin between 2025 or 2026, I would say, I don't know. But if you compare the gross margin in 2024 and the 2026, currently we have pretty good confidence that 2026 blended gross margin probably could beat or at least be equal to our blended gross margin in 2024.
Understood. That's very clear. Thank you. My second
Thank you.
question. is on the progress for the N2 project for the same customer. I think last time yeah, you did mention, Johnny, that we may have some clarity by maybe Q3 or something like that in terms of vendor selection. Given that you're already indicating that some NRE is kicking in, I presume this is also for the same customer, a next generation project. Could you talk a little bit about what stage you are in? And how important are your partnerships that you've announced, especially the one with Astral Labs, going to be for this particular customer? Thank you.
Okay, Gokul, I'm afraid we cannot disclose the details for the projects you mentioned. At current stage, we can only say that, first of all, as we mentioned, we will have revenue for the 2 nanometer project to kick in this year. And secondly, as Johnny mentioned, this industry, we need to work with multiple partners to win or to complete projects. So we believe the collaboration with our partners for a given project will be a common thing in the future.
So is it that the vendor selection, at least for the compute die, is pretty much done? Is that your current reading, or you're still kind of not certain yet the final vendor selection for the 2 nanometer project?
I cannot comment on it. As I mentioned, I keep on repeating that we will have 2 nanometer revenue to kick in this year.
Okay, all right, thank you. I'll go back to the queue. Thanks.
Okay, Charlie, please.
Sure. Good afternoon, Johnny and Daniel. First of all, very excited about your long-term outlook, very strong growth, and also we really appreciate your kind of open ecosystem strategy. I believe there's going to be a way to go. But also back to some key questions from investors, right? So first of all, you just mentioned that you literally kick off the 2 nanometer design, and in your long-term outlook, right? You think that the major customers' revenue contribution can continue till 2029. Wouldn't they kind of suggest you already win the projects, or how should we read your comments?
Charlie, yeah, we prefer not to go into the 2nd nanometer project into depth at current stage. But sure. I guess for institutional investors or analysts like you who cover us for a long time, you can feel the difference between this quarter's earnings call and last quarter's earnings call about our feeling and the attitude towards the 2nd nanometer project.
Okay, so I guess it's a more optimistic and positive. Yeah, just want to make sure I heard you right about the opening remark. Thank you. Yeah, so and also not just limited to this 2 nanometer projects, right? I'm wondering whether you are doing some so-called XPU attached kind of projects, because one of your competitors keeps saying that they do XPU attached stuff, right? So do you do any like HBM based die or IO die in the current projects or future projects?
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me try to take this. Yeah, so first of all, few goals we set up by the beginning of this year. I think most of the two important goals I think already achieved. Of course, the number 3, yeah, we try to diversify our business concentration. Yeah, just like I mentioned before, there are many CSP related opportunity. before we can think about not too many CSP considering using Alchip, but right now I can confidence to say whatever they have an opportunity, they would like to let us to try. Yeah, we do receive many business opportunity from CSP and direct compete with our current competitors. I think different company has a different strength. I wouldn't say we have some significant progress to win any, but I think we are on track to demonstrate ourselves and also on many accounts. I think every time when we propose a proposal, I think we see a lot of inquiry. I think ultimately the CSP will adopt the most suitable service provider who can asking maybe the more reasonable price and reduce their dependency on the supplier. I think ultimately they all want to go to the COT type of approach. So I can say we get more and more opportunity, and hopefully ensure near future we can announce a few wins.
Got you. Thank you. Yeah. So actually, there's my second question. Yeah, I want to touch base on or kind of further discuss with Meijun about your kind of open ecosystem versus the captive business model, right? So can you elaborate a little bit why this can benefit your customers, even your foundry partner? And secondly, it's a little bit from the concern side that you just mentioned about the COT. But I remember for the COT model, right? It's very difficult for design service company to add value, or they charge a very, very low margin. So Johnny, can you help us to understand your kind of open ecosystem philosophy or strategy? Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, for most of CSP customer, they don't intend to be so-called locked in. Yeah, and they try to provide COT type of try to get the COT type of approach using the third-party open solution, and in that way, they can control their future production and also manage their budget. Yeah, so our competitor, I think most of them, almost all of them, I think I'm promoting the same approach, and starting from IP all the way to the packaging, eventually COP, everything is a captive, their own solution, because most of our competitor has also doing their own product in parallel. Yeah, for us, Alchip, I think it's kind of completely open. We are welcome third-party supplier to work with us, and IP, everything is interchangeable. I think the similar situation, I think, is go back to like 30 years ago when during that time, IDM dominating the entire market, and TSMC providing the open foundry solution and versus the pure IDM. Yeah, I think most of the customer try to maintain their flexibility, yeah, in order to control their budgets. Yeah, for us, I think nowadays so many solution provider approaching us. Yeah, to be honestly, it's very difficult for them to win alone. They intend to work with a company like us to provide a more comprehensive and total solution, and they really like, most of people, especially our key customer, really like this model. I think they can continuously enjoy certain saving.
Got you. Thank you. Yeah. So I guess if I kind of connect the dots, you have a strong partnership with Synopsys, and then recently Astral Lab. You mentioned about some partnership with a CPO, even some investments. So it seems like those ecosystem IP or technology vendors are very happy to work with you, and you kind of charge very, very reasonable margin. So kind of very attractive to your customers. Is that right way to think about this strategy?
Oh, that's yeah, pretty much you understand it correctly. Yeah, you will see more partner coming. Yeah, in the
Got
near
you.
future.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so I do have several questions, but I will be back to the queue. I will ask you later. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. And Laura, please. Laura?
Hello. Hi, good
Yes.
afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for taking my questions. Appreciate, Johnny, your comment on your customer diversification aside from the current CSP customers. I'm also wondering that aside from like the different business model and approach, we know that previously Alchip is also one of the partner of the NVIDIA's in the NVLink Fusion. Can you share with us what's the current progress or any interest from your customers on that kind of cooperation?
Okay, yeah, let me try to take this. For NVIDIA, I think that's a very special partner. Yeah, to be honestly, they are only focus a few specific customer. Yeah, unlike the Synopsys or other company, they are willing to take all project, including emerging account. But for CSP, I still believe NVLink Fusion will be the shortcut for them. Yeah, before they can doing all the internal solution by themselves. I think the easiest way is to adopt the NVLink to do the scale up portion, connect to their switch tray. I think that's the easiest way and to build out this instead of doing the huge investment on all the networking and rack related investment. So I think NVIDIA and us thinking about that's the right way to do. If a customer would like to leverage NVIDIA's existing network solution by using their own CPU or GPU, sorry. I think that's the easiest way to do. Yeah, we propose this kind of solution to many customers. I think so far so good. Yeah, hopefully, yeah, in the near future we have some good progress from that.
Thank you. So do you think that will be a great opportunity when you engage with other new customers, or that could be the chance your existing customer may also adapt that?
Laura, I would say there are four of opportunities. This means we have a better arsenal. Yeah. Eventually, each customer makes the decision. But if we have a better arsenal, they can choose from our weapons to fulfill their needs. I think to work with NVIDIA, or they say to be the member of the NVLink, or to be in other alliance with other companies are all positive things to us and of course to our customer.
Okay, thank you. And also, secondly, I think it's also related to your business model. We know that in the past, you usually will prepay the mask for your customers and kind of depreciate or amortize over the product cycle. We understand that, like Johnny and Daniel, you just mentioned that you are still working with your customers and looking for finalize your business model. But since their current existing projects, they kind of do the direct cooperation with the key foundry partners. Looking into the future project, like
Laura,
yes,
actually, your acknowledgement is incorrect. Actually, we do the 3 nanometer project in the same way with what we did for the 7 nanometer project.
Okay, yeah, that's very clear. I appreciate that. But since like the mask expense could be quite high going forward, just wondering, I think if there's any like potential fundraising, we would see it in the future.
No, first of all, only a few customers we give terms for the mask. Usually for the majority of the customers, we will collect all the NRE money, or probably 90% the NRE money prior to tape out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
our
that's
current funding. Yeah, our current funding is, I think, is good enough to cover all the NRE, unless the mass production volume hit to a certain level, very high level, then we are considered about the fundraising. Other than that, I think it's our fund is more than enough to support tape outs.
okay. That's very helpful and very clear. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, Bruce, please. Bruce, you can unmute.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
go ahead.
So, yes, my question is about the addressable market for the ASIC for your business. So, as we might know that there are a lot of ASIC project has been delayed, or the tape-out schedule has been delayed here and there. So the difficulty for your business is that you have to work with your customers. If your customers have some difficulties, then there's no project, there's no tape out, there's no business, right? Which happened to your competitor or here and there, right? So it turns out to me that your business model requires your customer to be very good to deliver whatever they can achieve, but not good enough to deliver the whole product, right? But it looks like all the CSP, their design capability are very, very different. Good and bad thing is that you have a good customer who has like stronger design capability over other CSPs, which you continue to win the business and your schedules continue to be on track. But also means that other CSP have difficulties to design a competitive product or are good enough to become your customer. I mean, if they can fail if they are not good enough to design their compute tie or whatever, they cannot deliver the whole ASIC 10, right, as they want, right? Or they have to be competitive with NVIDIA solution. So it sounds like the sweet spot for your business somehow to be a bit tricky, right? Depends on the capability of your customer to a certain way, right? So can you somehow tell us that how do you access the addressable market for the ASIC business?
Okay, yeah. Let me try to take this question. Your understand, I think, is right to a certain degree. Yeah, the successful for tape out and on schedule customer dependency. It is we do have a lot of dependency on the customer side. But again, when we are doing the project, we are the partner. Everybody has a responsibility to control the project. Of course, nowadays, I don't think there will be any customer has no experience and go to N2 and go to N3, N2 directly. The customer definitely has a certain experience and track record from their previous company also. So our job, the reason we can control schedule much better than our competitor is because every time we define the project step by step, customer need to meet A before go to B, meet to B, go to C. We are pretty much in control. When they engage us, we are driving this kind of effort. Of course, when customer somewhere need to be improved, sometimes we work with the customer closely, assign more resource, or up to certain stage. If we feel schedule is facing some trouble, we will escalate and to their upper management people. I think it's not so easy to explain our design service into detail. The reason we can do much better than our competitor, I always emphasize is the NDA. If our customer DNA, sorry, it's a DNA. Our customer, most of our current competitor, they do not have a service sense. Their main experience is coming from doing their own product and facing with their internal engineer. But when you and the reason they can doing quite successfully because they've been working together for a long time, generation over generation. Nowadays, they start to face the new engineer, which is the customer side. And sometimes the customer are very demanding and cause some problem for us. We've been doing this business for 20 years. Every time we can easily anticipate the potential delay and we try to solve accordingly. So based on the current situation track record, people working with us and end result is quite positive, but that's why they are our repeating rate is very high. I don't know if that answers your question.
Bruce, I was saying,
yes.
Sorry, Bruce.
I'm sorry. I don't really worry about your competitiveness, to be honest. I think you're very good. That's why you continue to win training and all the future projects. I have no problem with that. I think you are better than your peers. But the problem, I mean, to make the share price to go to the next level, we need like other CSP to adapt it, right? We need more than AWS. We need a lot more. But the problem I have right now is other CSP seems to have much weaker design capability, which they cannot deliver the good enough product. That's why, there's no business for us, right? They have to be good, otherwise they cannot really deliver what we do to deliver better product. That's the question I have, right?
Bruce, I try to answer your question. First of all, I don't consider it is a tricky thing. I consider it is a trend. The industry, especially for CSP, AI-related infrastructure, everyone is at least trying to develop their own ASIC. Of course, they have different level of capability of doing so. Luckily, our customer is the more mature one in the ASIC area. However, we do believe that the others will gradually catch up. First of all, those other potential customers, they are rich. They don't afraid to spend money into building up their front-end design capability. Secondly, they have broad customer base, and they will they can calculate how much they can save by doing COT model. To us, we consider there are a couple of trends in the industry. First of all, eventually, every major cloud service provider, or they say hyperscalers, they will have their own front-end design capability at a certain level. Secondly, we consider the cost saving will be a quite important consideration in the future or near future or even right now, because the volume and the dollar value of the AI related chip is getting very, very big. So we do consider by doing ASIC, our customer can save a lot. And the third one is we consider it is already a winner's game. The AI industry has been there and being hot for several years. And you don't see too many newcomers in this supply chain. The reason is because, first of all, any given project, the shipment volume could be really, really significant. And those customers or potential customers won't rely on newcomers, which is considered no track record and low confidence level of silicon success. So we do consider the whole trends kind of, I would say, favoring companies like us.
Okay, so the devil's advocate is that you don't think that Elon Musk giving up the chip just by Nvidia is the detour of the trend?
I don't consider that. Tesla, my personal opinion is you cannot take Tesla as a good comparison to those hyperscalers.
He's Elon Musk.
Okay.
He's for sure he's an amazing person, but But anyway, I really know what you mean. The entry barrier for the XPU, I think, getting higher and higher. But customer, I think that's why they need more partner. They need more partner like us. They need more partner like other ecosystem supplier. Yeah, if any company intend to do everything by themselves, I think sooner or later they will facing big challenge. The reason TSMC is so successful because they are so focused. The reason we are doing good job because we are focused. Let the expertise supplier focus on their area. If you intend to do everything, then sooner or later we're in trouble. For our customer, potential customer, I think they should focus on architect. They should focus on their selling channel. They show them focus too much or beyond. Yeah, I think I agree with you. Customer need to improve in order to control the schedule, in order to make everything working well. But on the architect side, I think they are improving quite a bit. Yeah, of course, the new team doing the first design take longer. When they are doing the second generation, they are improved quite a bit. But if you imagine they are taking care of the front end and also thinking about the back end. Yeah, recently, back end area is the one changed the most. Yeah, using the N3 design go to N2. Suddenly, one tape out become minimum 3 to 4 tape outs. And so many different packaging solutions, so many different architects, so many different typologies. And if you expect customers to do everything by themselves, I think that's too much for them. It's almost impossible. But if they rely on partner like us, only focus on their front end and architect with our help, I think we have a confidence to narrow the gap and meet their production, improve their production schedule.
I see. Understand. Thank you. That's all my question. Thank you.
Thank you, Bruce.
Okay. Next one, Mr. Saxena.
Hey, yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, thank you so much for taking my question. I guess I just wanted to quickly ask on the Astera Labs and Alchip collaboration. I'm not sure exactly how collaborating with each other sort of improves your chances versus individually going and like pitching the US hyperscaler, right? Can you just sort of talk us through like whether going together increases your opportunity from just the compute die to like more than just the compute die and train your force? Can you win more together? What is the, I guess, point of collaborating with them? Does it lead to higher dollar opportunity? Does it lead to higher, probability of winning the project? Any clarity there would be helpful.
Okay, I would say, first of all, Astera Lab has been our customer for a long time, and we have really good relationship with Astera Lab as a customer, as a partner, and by doing an intensive communication, we consider our technologies are really complementary for providing the total solution for the end customer. So that's the main reason why we have the strategic alliance together. Not for any given specified technology or specified particular customer or project. No. We consider it is a forefront cooperation for providing the total solution.
Yeah, just like Daniel mentioned about Astera Lab and us has a long-term relationship. Since they established a company, we have some relationship. And I think everybody is so positive for the collaboration like us. But first of all, it's purely complementary. We never compete each other. We have so many common customer, and with collaboration between us, if we can shorten the customer's design schedule on the SoC side or on the system side, I think is the best to do. Yeah, so we have a more and more engagement, and also I know when they have an earnings call, they also mention about our company a lot. I think this is a very good partnership. We expect to have a few significant win, yeah, in the near future.
Got it. Thanks. And maybe just to sort of clarify two things. One is, could you just clarify why was there a slip of the NRE revenue from Q2 to like early Q3? And then secondly, could you just specify? I think Daniel mentioned that you are going to see end to NRE revenues end of this year. Can you just? I think I missed it. Can you just clarify whether this is for the large US customer, or can you just comment on like what project this end to NRE is for?
We don't comment on specific customers. So I'll repeat again. What we can say is we will have revenue for 2nm project to kick in by the end of this year. Yeah, that's the farthest we can talk about here. So we don't comment on customer or project level for the 2nm.
For N3 delay.
Oh, okay. N3 delay actually it is a little bit harsh. The last week of June to first week of July, it's only a couple of days. So it happens for engineering. It happens. So not particular reason behind that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we try to meet their schedule by June, but unfortunately, I think last minute they have some minor change because the project slipped for a few days and it's tapered on to July. I think, yeah, again, the relationship between us and this account are very good. We have the high confidence to continuously to work with this company.
Got it. And so just to press home the point, I know Daniel mentioned this already, but this does not lead to any delay in the mass production schedule, which is end of Q1, right? So March next year. There's no delay that you can think of. Is there a possibility it gets shifted out, or you think it's pretty much set in stone? Okay.
No delay.
Thanks. Thank you.
Okay, Goku, please.
Yeah, thank you. I'll just take one question. So when it comes to N2, Johnny, could you talk a little bit about readiness of third-party IP? Do you think the 2nm AI ASICs will require 448 gig SerDes, or we can stay at 224 gig SerDes itself? And if you're going to 448, do we kind of need to worry about PAM4 versus PAM6? There seems to be a lot of technology questions out there. Secondly, on HBM, do you think that we can still stick with merchant HBM, or you need to also seek out custom HBM-based die for those 2nm ASIC projects? Just wanted to understand what is your evaluation of the third-party technology readiness for each of these building blocks.
Okay, Goku, I cannot comment customers' IP and also the performance, but I can say for this account, the IP, we have no showstopper and no any dependency on IP solution. So far, so good. Yeah, for the current generation and also for next generation, and we don't need to rely on any competitors' IP or other stuff. I think everything will be controlled independently. Yeah, for the HBM, same thing. Yeah, there will be there's no controller or the custom HBM controller dependency. Everything is so far so good. Yeah, but we may need some bridge die, but everything will be designed and controlled between us and our end customer.
Understood. Got it. That's very clear. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Goku.
And Charlie, please.
Thanks for taking my follow-up question. So just to clarify, Johnny just mentioned the bridge die. He said so-called the base die that for our knowledge, is that the same thing with the HBM base die?
The HBM base die for this generation, most of our customers still adopting the generic solution from the HBM vendor itself. But connect between HBM to the main die, they still using the UCIe type of approach with HBM5. That one we use the we design the HBM bridge chip. I think that's also common practice.
Okay.
Connect the compute to the HBM. Within the HBM die is using the standard generic controller.
Oh, I see. So between the HBM base die and compute die, there's one kind of interface called the bridge die. Is that the right way to think?
Yeah, the mainly just UCIe interface. Yeah, with HBM5 and so on.
Oh, okay. Is that part of the I/O die, or is a separate design?
It depends on. I think different customer has a different approach. We do have a customer intent to put everything in the I/O die. Yeah, depends on the orientation. Somebody, if you have a high volume, they can be more flexible by separating the memory interface and PCIe interface. The I/O chiplet is the UCIe compared to the PCIe Express. The memory HBM is the memory bridge is the UCIe with HBM5 to the HBM memory module.
Oh, I see. Okay, thank you. But to Goku's question, are you planning to do some HBM based die customization? I think there's a 1 of 10 for some other design service providers.
Yeah, I think the different customer has a different requirement. We do have some customer want us to do this, and some customer doing the bridge only, and some customer discuss with us on the controller as well.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Thank you. Yeah,
Thank you.
and thank you. Yeah, my next question is about your Li Auto business, because we keep hearing there's a kind of second generation chip also at the 5nm. So can you explain the potential business opportunity there, and also outside of Li Auto, what are other China EV customers, or even outside of EV, right? What are kind of new projects you are approaching?
Okay. Actually, the current 5nm ADAS project to Li Auto is running smoothly, except the accident happened last year because of the entity list thing. And right now everything is clear. And yes, we are going to do the next generation chip, which will be in 3nm. 5nm? Yeah, and most likely, I would say, depends on the schedule. Usually, the automotive kind of chip, the schedule will be longer. We are in the finalizing stage with the customer for the next generation thing.
Yeah. Some of the design activity is already kick off. I think the design technology they change a bit. Yeah, because last year, just like Daniel mentioned, there's an incident happened. They kind of afraid there will be further restriction. In the near future, and they consider who using the most leading edge technology probably will be the higher chance to get stuff. Yeah, they look at their current business. They think maybe consider the current generation is good enough, and by enhance some feature, I think the next generation we have so much leverage from the previous generation because the same technology we can control. They consider we can do the tape out much quicker, which is true, and go on. The answer to the other EV car potential customer in China, because the successful of this design in terms of EO, in terms of turnaround time, we can say we become very famous in the auto industry in China. So many opportunities. We've been working with some of them. The challenging part is auto business is unlike a CSP. Customer is so sensitive for cost. Yeah, a lot of vendors not even making money. So I think the margin related discussion and some kind of risk sharing discussion, I think we are working very closely to our customer because the risk level in terms of auto grade is higher. But in usual case, we need a bigger buffer to overcome that. But unfortunately, some of the car makers do not have enough budget. So those kind of debating will go on. But in terms of opportunity, there's many opportunity in China.
Gotcha. Thank you. And lastly, just two very quick clarification. One is that you said that next year gross margin level could be similar to 2024 or 2025. Can you clarify?
No. Because for 2025 and 2026, the contributor is different, right?
Right.
And for 2024, I consider it is a better comparison.
Right.
Because
I see.
2024, the 7 nanometer AI accelerator is the major contributor. And for 2025, it's different. For 2026, next year, I would say because of some reasons, we are currently more optimistic towards the blended gross margin. First of all, we will keep on growing our NRE revenue. Secondly, we consider the blended one could be at least equal or better than what we did in 2024, blended.
I see. Otherwise, it would be very, very strong gross margin. Lastly, Johnny, at the beginning you mentioned that you hope your coming 5 years CAGR can be in line with supplier or industry peers. What would that be? Is that more like a TSMC is a 45% CAGR or even higher than that?
Okay. Yeah, we've been warned by the government official TSE many times, but overall, I think I can only say, whoever announced the number doesn't scare me. I think we have a confidence.
Okay. Great to know. Thank you.
All right.
And because of the time, we take the last two questions. First is from Sebastian.
So is that Sebastian? We know. Wow. Hi, Sebastian. Long time no see.
Yes. Hi, Johnny. Hi, Daniel. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there'll be some background noises in my office room because this looks like the typhoon. The wind is pretty big. So I have two questions. The first one is on the second half, the guidance for this year. That it seems like the revenue will going to continue to be weak because we're still in the product transition period, and gross margin will be higher in second half because of the NRE contribution. So net, what do you think about the bottom line, the net profit? As we compare second half versus the first half, would it be at similar level?
I would say again, Sebastian, we've been warned not to release the numbers guidance, no matter it is revenue or it is profit. But if you compare the first quarter and the second quarter, you can see the net profit is only declined by single digit. I would say the same mentality you can expand it to the whole year.
Got it. So let me phrase that from another way. Not forcing you to give a quantitative guidance, but I phrase it from another way, maybe easier for you to answer, is that do you think the gross margin improvement in second half, because of the mix, will be roughly enough to offset the revenue decline?
Not 100%, but pretty good.
Yeah, I think
So-
obviously our second half of production revenue will be further reduced, but NRE revenue will increase quite a bit compared to the first half. So you can do the backwards, you can do the calculation and imagine our gross margin will be look like.
Got it. So basically, the net profit outcome will not be too far from what we see in the past 2 quarters. Okay. My second question is, I think Johnny, you mentioned that for diversification into the other CSP customers, we are actually, there's plenty of opportunities right now, and we are working with them with multiple opportunities right now. And you're saying that they potentially announce some wins in the near future. So my question is that, can you share with us your definition of the near future in terms of the timeline? I think is it near future is like within 12 months or is like a 24, 36 month and yeah.
Okay, Sebastian, we understand you want to know the schedule, but it is not. We are unwilling to provide it. It is not depending on us. So we keep on saying what we can say to the market is we consider we are in a good position to win. But honestly, to win hyperscalers in North American market is hard. You can see not too many suppliers can win projects, especially the major chip projects in the industry. Our belief is as long as we keep on trying, and right now compared to 2 years, 3 years ago, we have opportunity to compete. 2 or 3 years ago, we are not invited to join the competition.
True.
As long as we can compete, keep on competing, we believe, given our engineering capability, our excellent pricing, and our flexibility of the design and the turnaround time, we eventually have chance to win.
Yeah, I think the situation is like that. Looking forward in the future, when CSP people has the opportunity, they will not hesitate for us, let us to try. It doesn't hurt for them at all because we are proven vendors. And you're asking me when can we win, and also when can they hit volume? I think that question is very difficult for me to ask. Just doing this way, just if we rewind for 2 years, even we win another CSP account, the revenue doesn't change too much. Yeah, the top 2 CSP produce 95% of ASIC revenue. That's a reality. Right? Unless we can win that one. Otherwise, I think the revenue doesn't changing too much.
Yeah, but that would probably can extend or increase your confidence that I think, Johnny, you say that you're pretty confident through 2029. But if you win another 1 or 2, then you probably
that would be great.
Would be confident through 2040 something.
Yes. That's what we are shooting for.
Okay. I have a follow. I have a follow up on this one. Is the if I look at the I think we announced. I think there is a few questions during this call on Astera Labs, but I think that this is a public announcement you and Alchip and Astera Lab made, and also my understanding, I know that you cannot talk about it, but just my own understanding is that the potential opportunity or collaboration you guys have right now on the common customers are based on the UA Link, and that will probably continue to be UA Link in the next 1-2 generation. But I think both you two names, Alchip and Astera Lab, also show up in NVLink Fusion ecosystem partners. So I'm just curious about, is that a coincidence, or is it actually, I'm just trying to understand that the collaboration between Alchip and Astera Labs are not just limited, well, not just about the UA Link in the near future, but also there's something that potential already happening in NVLink.
Yes, exactly. Our collaboration is not limited to UA Link. It's a forefront cooperation with Astera Lab. So that's for your question. And to us, we do consider UA Link or NVLink. They are all excellent technology. Like I said, to us, we are happy to alliance with Astera Lab, and we are also very happy to alliance with NVIDIA. In the end, the customer decides what they want, and we can provide both of them for our customer to do the choice.
Got it. Okay, just a last follow-up from me, I promise. Is that I think it seems to me that Alchip already have most of the things your technologies or partners require for winning the current 3nm project was already taping out, so that you already want it, and also the upcoming 2nm revenue recognition before the end of this year. So, and my question is that you also talk about that you're going to make another few of a press release in the next few months on partners collaboration. I'm just curious about that. Those upcoming partnership announcement, will that be for the existing customers, existing projects, or those are actually for the projects that we don't know yet, or you haven't?
No. Sebastian, it is not related to any given project. Like Johnny mentioned, we are creating. All of the members are creating an ecosystem, a platform for customer to do the project or to do the choice. And for the future technology, especially in 3nm or 2nm, there are many new technologies such as SOW, such as CPO, and we are working with expertise in different areas together in order to fulfill the customer's needs. That's the main purpose for our alliance with various of companies.
Yeah, I think the principle is very straightforward. There's no exclusive for any partners. Yeah, we are pretty much open. Yeah, they are welcome to co-work with us to form a total solution, and customer have more choices to choose. Yeah, then I think nowadays any specific small vendor try to win any N2 and A16 project, I think will be very difficult. They need a ASIC partner like us. We need a solution partner like that. So that's why I formed the ecosystem. As long as there's no confliction and not exclusive, we welcome to add more to join us, provide total solution.
So we can conclude that whatever kind of the announcement you're going to have on that kind of partnership collaboration, we can interpret that as the leading indicator or initial signs or initial evidence that you are getting new projects beyond the current biggest customers.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, I think similar situation, we working with the Synopsys to win many, yeah, but not specifically. I think later on, Yeah, we are not form the partnership only for a specific project. We talk about the general trend and also the future trend.
Got it. Okay, that's very clear. Thank you, Johnny and Daniel.
All right, thank you, Sebastian.
Okay, the last question, Bruce. If you have one.
Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Hello. Okay, very quick one.
Yes.
For the recent ASIC project, right? For the CSP's ASIC business, right now is highly concentrated in accelerators. I mean, I think there was some project for CPU, blah blah. So what happened to those CPU projects? Why is that so concentrated in the accelerator right now? And do you also see the CSP will also do the networking chips by themselves? I mean, beyond the current accelerator projects.
Okay. Yeah. Depends on which customer. For the important customer, we mentioned that because they already have a GPU solution, they also have a CPU and networking. Yeah, and probably they will continuously to do all of them. Yeah, for the newcomer, I think because the volume and size are totally irrelevant. Yeah, the GPU AI can give them the most saving. I think if I were them, if a capability is not the issue, I will focus on this. The CPU and networking in terms of size are much smaller. Yeah, I think the different company has a different approach. They all have a priority, but in terms of cost saving, doing the GPU first is they can save the most.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have
Bruce.
a rule? Do you have a rule of thumb, like say you need a 1 million unit as a minimum, volume to kick off the project? Do you have?
No. Yeah. For us, yeah, I think for us, we are pretty much open. We don't have a volume requirement to our customer in order to kick off a project. We choosing customer, I think, from many angles. Yeah, some of them, of course, they have a track record for the high volume production. For sure, that's the highest priority for us to take. But some customer, even the startup, they don't have any track record, but their solution we're thinking about is quite attractive. It's quite unique. We can consider that even though the production heat rate will not be too high, but we can consider it's a very good R&D project for us. Our company, unlike our tier one competitor, they have a billion or a few hundred million budget to do their own test chip. But for us, taking the right customer, working with them, we can consider that's an R&D project. They pay NRE for us, even without production. It's quite justified. We don't ask them to commit any project, any volume. I think that's almost impossible for us.
I see. Thank you.
Okay. I guess this concludes our second quarter earnings call. And thank you for your participation. We'll see each other
in few months.
Yeah, in a few months.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your support. Thank you.